Howdy folks, LK here, and it's New Mass Day. Inside this box is a piece from Mr. James Carter JC, as he's better known in the Michael Myers community. This is a NAG 75K old mode, done up in the H2 style by the master himself. This is a culmination of a very patient 3.5-year wait that I stood in James's line. This is the first of several spots that I have with him. Looking very much forward to seeing what's inside. And before we get to that, a couple of costume pieces to go over here with you. This is the full Halloween 2 wardrobe, the Dick Warlock version of the character, or as close as I've gotten to it at this point in time. And the first item on the list here, this is a black sleeveless tee from Walmart. It's like Fruit of the Loom. Traditionally you're supposed to go with a black t-shirt underneath, but I'm very hot-natured, so I kind of cheated a little bit. I go with the sleeveless shirt. It helps keep me a little bit cooler inside the costume. Once again, just a very basic sleeveless redneck tee. I think it cost about $5 or something. And the coveralls are spruce green red caps, as a lot of you will probably recognize. This is the brand that most people opt to go for because they're so easy to get. You can get them for like 30-something bucks on Amazon, no problem. And I have weathered these pretty good using a disc sander and a mix of some black and brown acrylic paint and some water to kind of give it that oil stain look, as you can see here. I don't know how well it's coming through there, but I've got blotches of this throughout, and they are pretty grimy, pretty hardcore weathered, and they've got a really natural look to them, which I like. My journey to try to find vintage Big Macs like used in the first film, the right color in my size, has pretty well come to an end. I take a look around once in a while, but after about 5 years I've pretty well said screw it, this is good enough for me. And as far as part 2 goes, it's Sears Work and Leisure, either spruce green or some kind of olive green, I can't remember exactly, but these coveralls do the job for me, both Halloween 1 and 2, a guy of my size and my proportions. So it's definitely good enough for me. For those of you that chase total screen accuracy, if you're looking for a vintage pair of Big Macs or those Sears coveralls, check eBay every single day, and once in a while you'll see them pop up on certain vintage sites too, but Google is your friend on that. And also, just to show you guys, since the Warren showcase that you're going to see in a couple of minutes is mostly a buddy of mine, much more slender fellow who's got more of the vintage Dick Warlock, Nick Castle body of the 70s and 80s. You'll be seeing these coveralls quite a bit, so I wanted to be upfront and honest about that. Those of you who are stickler for details may notice that the coveralls are different. And the boots here, you guys may recognize these from my Jason 4 video. These are Dexter's. The original boots in the first Halloween were the vintage Vietnam jungle boots. And I gotta tell you, I had a pair of those a couple years ago, and they were the most uncomfortable freaking set of boots I've ever worn in my life. I think I sold them after about a month. Was not a fan of those at all. And the boots in part 2, I believe, were Red Wings. I'm to the point now where these do just fine for me. You rarely ever see Michael Myers' feet, whether you're on film or taking pictures. And when you do catch a glimpse of them, coveralls ride down to pretty well, like right here in this area anyway. So once again, it's not something that I concern myself with. These bad boys have pretty well become universal for me. Pretty much any costume I wear. This is the 78 Lamson replica from Tim Miller, Dirt Nap Effects. This is what was thought for many years to be the knife used in the original Halloween, until the case 10212 was linked to that, either last year or the year before. Can't quite remember. But I don't have the L-Rod knife, so this is going to double for some of the shots that you'll see. Very nice replica. And one of the most important pieces is the Scalpel. And this is very real. Got to be careful handling this. This thing is like a lightsaber. I mean, seriously. But the Scalpel is 2 pieces. This is a 3L scalpel handle, and this is a number 12 blade. And this is really, really close to what was used in the film. Actually, model numbers, it's supposed to be a spot-on match, but mine is missing the grip groove that you see in the film, but not a detail that I micro-obsess over. Because once again, when you see this thing in pictures and video, Michael's hands around it most of the time. So the focus is here, this kind of hook piece here that, I don't know, kind of reminds you of an animal claw or something. I don't know how well you can see it, but the number 12 is actually etched in the blade here. So you definitely want to look for that. And once again, the handle is a 3L. Let's get a look at the man here. You know, I tweeted this out and I said something about it on Instagram, and truer words have seldom been spoken when I said that there's a certain feeling you get when a box shows up with James Carter's name on it, and literally you kind of feel like your life's about to change or something, and that is totally legit how I felt. Hard to believe this journey started 3.5 years ago, but the wait is over and it's time to reap the rewards. Oh man, there he is. I've seen some pictures of it, but man, to actually see it in person, I don't know how well you can see it through the plastic. We'll get him out of there in a second, but wow. Already I can see the weathering, the flesh tones, these eye cuts that are unbeatable. Nobody else does them better. Yep, I can't wait anymore. Let's get him out. Hello, Dick. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. James has the cotton-filled bag for shape maintaining, no pun intended. But here's the man. And this is the 75K from Mr. Nicholas Art Gallery. This is the Ode mode in a slightly thinner pool. My head's about 23.5 inches from the crown all the way around, and we decided to go a little bit thinner on the pool so that it wouldn't distort too much when I put it on. This is about the average size. I think this was right around 24 inches. Great product from Nick, and masterful conversion by James Carter. I mean, if you take a look at the eye cuts and the detail here on the weathering, I really had him go grimy and grungy on this. Just the nastiest look that he could come up with, while of course keeping it as accurate as possible. Very heavy weathering here, and the hair looks perfect to me, although I've never had an actual 75 Kirk like the original Kirks, like the Don Post mask, but as I understand, this hair is about the closest you can get. If it's not the real thing, it's the next best thing. James would be the authority on that. He would know for sure. But yeah, that's a masterful piece of craftsmanship. Totally worth the wait. Well, you know me, I can sit here and gawk at this thing all night, but we'll go ahead and wrap up the unboxing part real quick. James Carter, customer service, 5 stars, 100%. I don't think you'll find a nicer, more honest guy in this business than Mr. JC. Completely satisfied with my experience. This has been well worth the wait, and again, my dealings with him were absolutely flawless. Can't say enough good things about the guy, and his work obviously speaks for itself. Those of you who are thinking about hopping in his queue, you're not quite sure, can't go wrong. It's a long wait, yes, but there's gold at the end of the road. Let's have some fun.
Hi. There was someone screaming next door. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Elrod. His wife's always picking on him. He probably got angry and decided to start beating her. Big deal.
Are your folks home?
They are gone.
Shit.
My dad had to take my Aunt Ruby to Hardin County, and my mother decided to go along.
Hey, did you hear?
Hear about what?
Some girl got killed in Haddonfield. It's on the radio.
Hold on.
And the police have corned off the entire area. To repeat, 3 teenagers have been found murdered in a house in the northwest section of Haddonfield. The names of the teenagers have not been
I can't believe it.
I know, right?
of their families.
Where did it happen?
Down on Orange Grove.
After she was allegedly
It's right down the street.
Oh, I know.
Police confirmed the girl was rescued as she fought.
Sammy, I can hear the sirens coming.
They said the guy got away.
Do they know who it was?
Nah, not yet.
Managed to shoot the man as he
God.
attempted to strangle the girl. Police
God damn.
points bulletin with the description
Taco Bell again.
blockades have been set up
Who is it?
on main streets in town.
I told you that shit'll kill you.
Haddonfield Police Department says he believes
Hey.
the suspect
Who is it?
apprehended within a matter of hours.
Andy?
Neighbors say they heard screams during the early
Howdy folks, LK here, and I appreciate you guys for checking out the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had a good time putting it together. 2018 marks the 10th year that this channel's been up and running on YouTube. A full decade of turning out videos which I hope have been inspiring, entertaining, informative, or at the very least, I hope I've helped cure a little boredom for you along the way. I'd like to send a very special, heartfelt thank you to each and every person who's ever clicked a video of mine and gotten something positive from it. As a creator, that's always my sole mission. It's been a wonderful 10 years, and I'm excited to see what's next. Thanks very much.